Oh wow, are these official Welcome to Jackass shirts? Where are these available, Bobby? You can buy these shirts at redacted. You can buy these shirts at redacted.world.shop. Is that what you said?
Two cool people wearing shirts that have Bam's mom's name. What is this?
What? We've got two Welcome to Jackass shirts? I think you better buy both.
What do you think of this shirt?
That's cool too.
This says Welcome to Jackass with Ember and Vera.
That's great.
Hell yeah. My name is Amber Knight.
And my name is Vera Drew.
And today... Why did I say that?
And today...
Welcome to Jackass. Jackass.
Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass.
We changed the title of the show to Today, Welcome to
And
Jackass
today,
with Vera, or Ember and Vera.
So you can be first.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
So Bobby wants us to set up what these sketches were.
Oh, yeah. Where's that thing?
What's
It's
it?
all the way over here.
We watched Jackass The Lost Tapes. If you'd like to watch Jackass The Lost Tapes with us, you should join our Patreon, patreon.com/welcome to Jackass, where you can watch Vera Drew and Ember Knight watching Jackass. And this week we watched Jackass The Lost Tapes, and these are what? They're deleted scenes?
So they were put onto tapes, and the tapes were scattered into the Pacific Ocean.
Why were the tapes
and
lost?
a diver recently went down and collected. These are the salvageable ones, and they put it on into this box.
For what purpose would they do that?
And
Why
if
wouldn't
you
they
open
just...
the box, the sketches fly out. Oh! Keep it close. This is a ghost.
Yeah. So go to our Patreon if you want to learn more.
Yeah.
This was a good run. I was surprised this stuff would be considered cutting room floor.
Yeah, I would say
Indistinguishable.
it's literally the same. Yeah.
Like, not in a bad way. Not in a way that I'm putting down the show.
I'd love to find out that there's like a rule book for what got included, that there's like, ensconced in glass, it says, thou shalt not include political material, or like a shot where Johnny Knoxville seems uncool.
Or a shot, because, okay, there were some things in this run, though, that I was like, this works better on a DVD than if I am just watching this during Jackass. One of the biggest things is the short, quick bites. Like, one of the last things we watched was just, I think it was Pontius pissing on somebody's feet. Whose feet were those?
Was that Knoxville's feet? Tremaine, yeah.
And you just hear off camera, dude, I'm sorry.
He just pees on the feet. Tremaine wakes up, and then he's like, dude, I'm sorry.
like, really great.
Oh, really? You are?
You're
sorry?
It's just like with all the, like, such a casual sorry. Like,
Yeah.
it was an accident.
Oh, man, whoops.
And then later, Shock Collar ends with Rick Cossack just fucking beating the shit out of Tremaine, and I don't think that, I enjoyed watching it because I think he deserved it in that instance.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not really good Jackass material. That to me would feel like it would be technically violating the rules of the show in a way.
I guess it's really good for me. I love to see them kick the shit out of Tremaine. That makes me happy.
Yeah,
it makes me like Tremaine more.
I mean, he definitely had it coming.
Yeah, they put it on Rick without telling him.
Yeah.
They told him it was sound equipment.
The bit starts, okay.
You want to explain this bit?
The bit starts with Knoxville explaining what the collar is, and it's a shock collar, the kind you'd put on your dog. My family made our dog wear one. It didn't work. It doesn't work. It just shocks them. It doesn't
they don't
keep
get
them
it.
Closed.
Yeah.
No. Animals don't understand that, like, pain means stop doing the thing they were doing.
Yeah, they just might stop because it hurts.
Yeah.
Or they might keep going to get away from it.
And, this bit is proof to me that's an inhumane thing that we do to our animals, because it looks very painful. It's Knoxville trying on the collar.
Yeah. He seems to love it.
Yeah.
He laughs really hard.
Yeah. But then they trick Cossack into wearing it by telling him it's sound equipment and that he needs to wear it because the mic, he'll be closest so the mic.
Yeah,
will
there's a
pick it
whole
up.
setup. They're like, we're gonna put this on Rick, and he's gonna think it's sound equipment, and then he's gonna be mad. And then they cut to them hang out. They're like, okay, so who should wear the sound equipment necklace? Oh! I think it should be Rick, because he'll be closest. And you can see that Rick is like, he knows some shit is going on.
I feel like he knows exactly what's gonna happen.
As
too.
they're putting it on him, he's just like looking at the camera like, no. This microphone that I've never fucking seen.
That's
I am a cameraman.
currently sticking 2 prongs into my neck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The microphone. Yeah, sure.
Because then when he gets shocked, he immediately rips it off
He's like,
and starts.
fuck you. Yeah. He's like, fuck you guys, and starts punching Jermaine.
Oh. That's just a different type of human. I don't want to do that with my friends.
I think it was very special tonight to get to see the very first Johnny Knoxville bit.
Yes.
And see how this type of prank evolved, because the very first time it happens, it seems much closer to reality.
Yeah, he just sets. So it's the title's self-defense, and he's testing out self-defense products like pepper spray, a stun gun, and a taser gun. And yeah, it's framed. It's not really, doesn't have the usual Jackass framing. It's like a demonstration.
Yeah, it feels like made for magazine. Kind of like, I will show you how these things are and review them. And
it caught me off guard because I feel like I've definitely seen this one before, but it just, he looked a lot younger, and he's not as charismatic. He's not turning it on as much.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see. It's cool to see like what the show came from. It feels like the show probably wouldn't exist without this video.
Yeah. It was before he had his famous Santa Claus ho ho ho, and he just gets upset.
Yeah.
Like now, if that happened, he'd be like, ha 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 ha. But like back then, he was like, ow, ow, oh fuck, ow. Like,
yeah.
That's it.
Well, it's all like, because those aren't really. It's also not really like. They're very, just watching somebody get pepper sprayed is just kind of.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's just unpleasant.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent a good chunk of last year watching people get, and for the foreseeable future, we're gonna be watching people just get pepper sprayed. But the stun gun, a stun gun just like zaps you and you're done. But the taser gun shot prongs into him. Did you know that the prongs stick into you like that?
No, I didn't.
These prongs were sharp and they were long. They were like the size of like longer than my fingernail.
Yeah. It just like goes in like a fish hook or something. It just wedges into your fucking skin.
He was fucking bleeding.
Yeah, they had to pull him out.
It's just like that's the good alternative to.
Yeah, he likes that more than the pepper spray.
Well, and just in general. I mean, like in terms of like self-defense things or like what police use against people, it's like
best case.
Best case scenario, you're gonna get stabbed in the chest and electrified.
Yeah, that's what you can hope for. Can we talk about definitely what is both of our favorite sketch tonight?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I know.
Okay.
Might not. Is it Satan?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Satan versus God.
Oh my God.
Why don't you set this up?
Okay, so this sketch appears in one of the Jackass movies, but in a much simpler version. I think this is the original.
Yeah.
It's called Satan versus God, and you have a very young, very nervous Chris Pontius being interviewed.
Nervous.
Yeah, the camera guy's like, "What are you doing today?" And he's like, I'm here in California. My name is Satan."
I don't know why I'm here. I'm from hell. I should have stayed in hell.
Should have stayed in hell. And the camera's guy's like, "Well, what are you gonna go do?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's a problem of too much God in California." Like he remembers he has to be prompted by the camera guy, which I completely relate to. Like being on the spot in that type of setting, you're like, "Oh, never mind."
It's really endearing.
I'm sorry for being here.
At first, I was like, "Is he drunk?" But I was like, "No, he's never."
New.
It's just so clearly he's never done this.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of, it's cool because like since this is also like lost tapes, you can watch the bit kind of be written as it's happening too. Because the start of it, he just he finds circumcision. He's out there and he's like, I'm gonna just talk about how I invented
we should
circumcision.
say he's fully dressed in a devil, bright red Halloween devil costume.
1950s devil, Halloween devil.
Yeah, like the Mary Jane.
And by the end of the bit, he's created this whole backstory and is fully confident about it that the Bible is full of fibs
about
the devil.
him because they're jealous that he invented circumcision because God was spying on him in the bathroom. And he tells this to these two girls on the street, and they're like, they are won over by this story.
They're on board.
They're on board with him, and they support him. And then out of the blue, some angry Christian guy knocks the sign out of his hand, breaks it, and is like, do you want to fucking die right now? And starts like beating him up. This is just a random street guy. Throws him into a car, starts beating him up. They start wrestling. The two girls come in to defend him and are like hitting this dude with their shoes, trying to get him to let go of Pontius.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
It's an all-out fight, like knocking over newsstands. Like
all-out fight.
It is amazing to see.
Yeah.
And like being able to track every character involved, and the fact that it was like it really did finally feel like, oh, like Chris finally became Chris Pontius
in that
moment.
He was like, oh, if I make it fun, I'm safe.
Yeah, because that's, if somebody started hitting me, I don't think I would have that big of a smile on my face that he has. And again, it's just like, I just watched this show and I'm like, it's just a different type. I'll watch this.
Yeah.
But if some Christian guy came up to me and ruined my prop too while I was filming a fun video,
I think, you have to remember too, though, that the narrative is going in his head of like, oh, this is amazing footage.
Oh yeah,
everyone's on my side. This is on camera. I'm the winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be terrifying.
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be terrifying.
I loved it so much.
That's like that kind of prank is so interesting to me because he walked into there being like, this is stupid. Nothing is going to happen. And then came up against like real world, like the ways in which it was volatile. It's by chance.
Yeah. And like, cause like that doesn't even really that happen on the show.
Yeah. And I think that's why they cut it. I think it was like too political, too polarizing of a moment. They cut it out.
Which is so funny because it's like, he's not saying anything. I mean, we're both Christian. He's not saying anything, but I also don't really get offended by blasphemy. I think it's fun. But like, he's not
we also
saying,
don't punch people on the street.
Yeah.
That guy was a special type of
guy.
Yeah.
I just forget, like it's still, even just describing even though like I love Jesus and I publicly talk about it constantly now, I do I hear that word Christian and I do immediately think of people that punch people in the street.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like, the bit wasn't saying anything. It was like a perfect Jackass bit, and then it's like, I guess it's like kind of edgelordy because it's Chris Pontius dressed up like the devil talking about how he invented circumcision, but like,
but also that's nonsense.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
That's nonsense. What was he circumcised in this narrative? Was he circumcising himself in the bathroom?
Yeah, I think
he was the first circumcised man, and God saw it.
Yeah, he was. The devil was doing it in the bathroom alone, just because the devil's so cool and
for
hardcore.
Fashion. Yeah,
the devil's just like, I don't want this skin on my dick anymore, so I'm gonna cut it off. And God was spying and was like, you know what?
That looks cool.
That looks cool.
Like
I'm gonna force all my boys to do that too,
and get rid of you so no one knows that.
Yeah,
that's so what Chris Pontius would think.
I want that to be. I want like I'm almost certain there is some like lost Gnostic text that is very similar to that. Because the chills that ran up my spine, and this could also just be my lust blinding me, Ember.
Oh no!
But the chills that ran up my spine when he spun this tale, it was not merely just good storytelling.
Oh, it wasn't.
I think he was connecting to something cosmic and real.
Really?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, like circumcision.
I mean, you're going to think about it at the end of the day.
Do you think Pontius is probably circumcised?
Definitely.
I mean.
Would it change things for you if he wasn't?
No, I don't have any opinions on those.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he is.
my opinion is that
we've seen it.
Probably shouldn't do it. Yeah, that's
We've
true.
seen it.
Yeah,
He's
circumcised.
They tie the remote control airplane to it on a string.
It's so fucked up that we still do that to people.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not trying to like do it like be. I don't know if it's offensive.
I feel like every dad though is like, well, I just don't want my son to be made fun of for not having his having his foreskin. Everybody else doesn't, type thing.
Well, dad shouldn't care.
Definitely
Dad
not.
shouldn't be like precogging what their sons and penis having children's future bullies are gonna say about their genitals.
I just think that's probably where it that's why it keeps going. It's just because it's a trend already, and then parents are like, well,
if you're a parent watching and you're currently going back and forth in your head on whether or not to cut your kid, I just want you to know, welcome to Jackass is a pro no snip.
Pro no snip.
I mean, if you are snipped, you're welcome to listen.
That's all chill. I think it should be like getting a piercing.
Yeah.
Like you turn 13 and you go to Claire's.
Yeah. It should be part of the quinceañera experience.
Yeah. You make that decision for you, The character that would build if people got circumcised at 12 or 13.
The character that would build, yeah. You'd learn a lot in that
to
moment.
make that decision for yourself and say, I'm ready to become a person who's circumcised.
I mean, we put so much responsibility on children anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You're confirmed when you're 13.
True.
They should do it at the confirmation, actually. Or bar mitzvah if you're Jewish, or if there's another
whatever
coming of age ceremony that you do. And
your family chooses to do. Yeah.
Well,
it was a great sketch. The costume was amazing. The footage was gorgeous.
This
was. Fight with the swirling red cape.
It was yeah. It was just all around just iconic. Watching the whole thing, it just felt. And it is probably didn't make the show because of the fight at the end, but at the same time, it's just watching it happen. It's this feels like I'm watching Jackass being made.
I wonder if Chris watched it back and he said, well, there might be some Christians out there who think that I don't respect them, and so please don't include this in the edit. And everybody said, oh, Chris, come on, it's so good. We want this to be the best, the end of the show, the best sketch, the finale. And he was like, no. What if that happened?
I mean, I love this soft-spoken characterization you're painting of the man I've been lusting over for this long, but I don't think that happened, Ember.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Sorry to no butt you.
Oh,
but
man. They all sit in the edit bay and they hold hands and they think,
yeah.
What's best for America?
No, that's just what you do.
Yeah.
And what I do. It's just, I don't think the Jackass guys are really sitting around talking about how they're going to change culture.
No, that's us talking about how they changed culture.
With wood chipper. Which wood chipper, okay, so wood chipper is exactly what it sounds like. It was them putting things into a wood chipper and done getting sprayed with it. This was just another example of just stuff that everybody wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
But they have money, so they can do it.
At the beginning, they put 2 tomatoes and then a little pickle, and Bam did it, and there's a shot of it, and then it's just Ryan Dunn looking kind of sad. He's like, I think they're trying to say I have a small wiener. and then they throw stuff at him with the wood chipper for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. You can really see that Bam channels an extreme amount of energy, and in every moment he's just like, whoa.
Yeah, Bam is in his element here.
Keeps this shit going, and I understand that there are moments where you watch this footage and you're like, why is Bam being mean for no reason? It's because he's a millionaire. It's because he's a teenage millionaire, and he knew that you just keep that energy going. Getting boring to put things in the wood chipper, turn around, smack Ryan in the face with it. He just keeps it going.
I watching this bit. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just because we're always reminding ourselves this watching this show. But he grabs 2 heads of lettuce. He throws one at Dunn, and then he throws one at the chipper, which shreds up, and then
also throws it down. Yeah.
And I was watching that, and in my head, the first phrase that popped into my head was, he loves his friend so much. His friend.
Yeah.
And it's because it's just so clear. I don't know if it was anybody else, I would really question it. But Bam is just like, I don't know. He really turned it on for this one.
We never would have had Ryan Dunn on TV if there wasn't Bam, because he's just too nice and too agreeable. But it serves us so much to get to see Ryan Dunn on TV, and Bam gave us Ryan. Yeah. He showed the world his friend, and he showed the world how chill his friend is by punching his friend on TV for years. he like shared the magic of his friend with all of us. And like, we were talking about this at a party the other night, me and Bobby and some friends were about like how, like in The Lonely Island, like in every artist crew, everybody thinks they want to be the Andy Samberg. Yeah. But everyone hates Andy Samberg. Yeah. You know, like in real life, when you think about The Lonely Island, you're like, I bet Yorma's pretty chill to hang out with. Yeah. Like, you don't want to hang out with Andy. Yeah. And you forget this as a creator. You're like, I'm the Andy. It's like, but it's actually pretty cool to not be the Andy. Yeah. Because everyone will like you so much more. And so, like, by appearing to be a giant dick, Bam, like, it gives us the gift of Ryan Dunn being chill.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to my sister about this because I was basically just kind of asking her, like, did you, when I was growing up, did you think that I would end up working in like TV and stuff? And she was like, yeah, I always did, but like I was always really surprised that you didn't go the acting route and that you just wanted to work behind the scenes. And she framed it in a way that sounded like I was like a Yorma or a Kiva. Yeah. But really what it was is I was just so uncomfortable in my body and my gender that I retreated to behind the scenes so that I could perfect my craft, when really I wanted to be the obnoxious cool guy. Yeah. I would have gladly sucked on Lorne Michaels' tit.
Well, now you will. Like, now you are.
No. But yeah. I wasn't fishing for that. I was just more so.
But it's true.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
It's true. I am Andy Samberg now.
I know.
People ask me what my brand is, and I say I'm kind of the trans Andy Samberg. I'm kind of the trans Andrew Samberg.
People think they want it. They don't realize it's a curse.
I don't want it. I actually don't want it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not. If I could be the chill guy that helps everybody out, I would. It doesn't work. It never works. Yeah. Someone has to be like loud and screaming and waving their arms in the air to push the vehicle forward. And it's actually a really shitty job. You probably are going to be the most famous one if you're that one, but you have to be annoying your whole life. Like, you have to be so annoying so that everybody can be a chill crew, and everyone's going to be mad at you forever because you're annoying. But if you weren't annoying and you were all chill, then you'd just fly under the radar forever. Nothing would ever take off.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. And this is going to sound like I'm being political, but I'm not. It's more so just for the record. I have met Andy Samberg, and he is nice.
He seems really nice.
I do find him annoying, but
he's married to Joanna Newsom.
So of course he's annoying.
I love her. Right? But I think they seem like a very nice family.
No, and he's a really nice guy. And really, all three of those guys are.
Yeah, they have such a great vibe.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of like shitty people out there like running the entertainment industry, but there is like one nice little pocket of the comedy world that I can go, those are three nice boys.
Those are nice boys.
Those are nice boys.
They produced Pen 15.
Yes, Pen 15.
Great work. Great production company.
We salute you, Lonely Island.
We would love to hear from you.
Please write into the show.
Boy, would I like to make a show for you.
I'm technically working for them right now.
That's so cool.
Because they produce I Think You Should Leave.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've not been in the same room as any of them.
Well, yet.
Cut this.
I liked Human Raft.
Yeah. So Human Raft starred Preston, of course. And they wrapped him in bubble wrap and turned him into a human raft.
Then Wee Man jumped on him and rode him with a paddle in public. And then they did it in a pool at a hotel.
Chris tried to get on in the pool.
Yeah. Chris wanted to play too.
And obviously couldn't. Because really the only reason, Wee Man is the only one out of the crew that I think can actually make the human raft work.
There was a second when both of them were on Preston, but it was brief.
Yeah.
And then there was a mother and daughter watching from the jacuzzi, and then cut to a shot of the human raft in the jacuzzi with them, with Wee Man on top, paddling but not going anywhere.
And then the mom talked the daughter into
riding
and
the raft.
okay,
was weird.
I'm not reading too much. It was weird,
It was
right?
weird, yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, do it, get on to the human raft.
And she even looks into the camera. She's like, you got to do it when your mom's telling you to do it. And then she
like,
does
why
it.
doesn't the mom do it?
Yeah.
Just the mom should do it.
Yeah. Well, that's funnier too.
Yeah.
Because then at the end, like, they're kind of like, oh, Preston,
a girl is
on you.
you.
It's like, and her mom's right there. And this girl is probably like 16, 17.
Yeah, it's like, okay. And Preston was like, yeah, I guess it sometimes has its perks.
Yeah, no, he seemed even weird about it. It was kind of a
Yeah.
weird, again, perfect for the cutting room floor, I think.
That one, yeah.
But the image of Wee Man on Preston like
Amazing.
that is fucking beautiful.
I would have loved to see that in more places, like perhaps the Venice canals.
Yeah.
You know, just have the human raft float by other boats at other places.
That's really the only issue with these bits like this is like it's like, it's really does come down to location because like the reactions are also kind of what makes it best.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk about it too much, but we saw another version of Vomlet.
We fast forwarded through another version of Omelette.
Yeah, so if you want to watch us fast forward through another version of Vomlet, join our Patreon, I guess. We also have shirts.
I guess. Bobby has left. It's Welcome to Jackass Unleashed. The No Bobby in the Room edition.
Oh, the second thing we saw tonight, though, was Dunn getting tarred and feathered, which is just funny because it's like... You see throughout the entire box set, we're seeing the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
And never seeing him actually get tarred and feathered.
Okay, so here's why, is because when you get tarred and feathered, you can't get it off.
Yeah. And it's just, there's not much to it.
No.
I mean, it is funny. It is funny when they like hit him with the pillows and like all the feathers and stuff, but it's just not.
It's so simple, though, because like
Yeah.
he just stands there. He doesn't even get mad. He literally just stands there because he's like, Bam's just it's gonna run its course. The fit he's having is gonna run its course. And Bam just like, and Ryan's just standing there. And Bam's just like running around him, hitting him with new pillows.
Yeah.
And Ryan's just standing there. And then it's a close up on Ryan and he's like, I guess I got tarred and feathered.
How many sketches do you think there are that are just that? Just somebody standing there and Bam Margera
just like punching
just fucking them. Like you know the part in
150
Who Framed Roger Rabbit when he takes the shot of whiskey and he like bounces all over the bar.
Oh yeah.
Like that's Bam.
Yeah.
That's Bam. That's big Bam energy.
Absolutely.
There's probably so many sketches
Yeah.
that are just that, and like you're sitting in an edit bay watching this footage and it's like I can't do anything with this because you're just...
Also, speaking of the Lonely Island, there's that sketch from their original pilot where it's just, I think Keeve is just like reading a newspaper and it's just one wide shot and then it's Yorma going by like just smacking the newspaper out of his hand and then entering through it again and like smacking. Oh, I'm sorry.
So you're not on mic, so like you like run off camera and then run into camera and hit me.
Well, maybe it'll help the viewership see we're for real.
Yeah.
But that is a similar energy. It's just one person being in one place and the other person just like...
Yeah. Pinballing all over the place.
I'm sorry for hitting you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you need an
It'll
orange
take a lot more than
juice?
that, honey. Do I need orange juice?
I don't have any. I don't know.
It sounds really good now, but
no,
oh well.
I want it.
I love you. Cowboy Skate Park.
Oh yeah.
This was a hobby horse bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love it because it starts with Chris dressed like Chief Roberts, and he says, "I'm gonna do my favorite thing today, which is mess around with horses. And my other favorite thing is to mess around with my cowboy friends."
Aw.
And that is like,
That's what you
he's
like.
got two jokes,
Yep.
and one of them is he wears tight clothes.
Yep.
And the other is he's
What if
gonna
I
have
had
sex with usually with a
Whoever-
dude or an
whatever's
animal.
there. Whatever's there.
And this was just them at the skate park
Mm-hmm.
riding around hobby horses.
Yeah.
There was a disgusting Bam Margera snot rocket in this. I just wrote down snot rocket Bam. I don't remember the context.
Oh, he just did a whole bunch and then he smeared it on the back of a guy and they zoomed into that guy's back. And there was another, there was a sketch where just somebody goes deep into their nostril. It's a super close up.
Yeah.
And they pull out a booger. They do a super tight close up on the booger. And then the person just goes up to Steve-O's sleeping mouth, puts it in his mouth, pulls away. And Steve-O goes, hi.
Yeah.
And then goes back to sleep. He has no idea.
And you were very disturbed during this bit. Yeah. I was too, in a way that like surprised me because it's like I've seen video of people taking shit and like on this show, like I've seen like way more fucked up stuff, but just somebody very simply
close up, this little tiny.
It was the tiniest booger I've seen.
Right, and then just gently wiping it inside Steve-O's lip.
And it's also like that even really shouldn't gross one out too much. I mean, like boogers are just like.
I was amazed at how gross
anyway?
It's just dried saliva that's up here.
See, that's just like putting saliva in your friend's mouth.
But like dry saliva that is I don't know. Saliva's pretty. Once it leaves the mouth.
Is that really what a booger is? It's just my saliva, but like turned into
it's just mucus.
To goo.
Well, it's like mucus. Mucus is like a thicker saliva.
Well,
but like,
okay, mucus
like
is
when you hock a loogie, but it's just like in your. It lubricates your nose, but then it kind of clumps up a little bit, and then you have to pick it and put it in your friend's mouth.
I hope you enjoyed our new segment, Science with Ember.
Science. It's time for booger science, kids, with your coolest teacher ever.
Oh my God, you would do great hosting a show called Booger Science. Like I want it like one of those like one of those shows you'd see in the 90s where it's just like just like an old person like pouring beakers and stuff like at a table, but it has a really fun, catchy opening theme song.
It.
What's
in your nose? Put it on a plate. Look in the microscope. We'll find out. Booger science. We'll work on that.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Something to work from.
Yeah, I've got a lot of people's email addresses. I've got some HBO contacts. I've got
when you hock a loogie and you wonder why, spit it up into the sky. Watch it fall and it hits your mouth. It's back where it came from. Booger science.
HBO this fall.
I hope that would be a fast turnaround.
Slightly on, always on, or no, that's IFC. Always on, slightly off.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Football Follies was the last thing we watched tonight, and it was Steve-O and Brandon? Maybe? I don't know. It was Aaron. Steve-O and Aaron, just like football players, there's a cheerleader, and they were just tackling each other out in public.
And in a store, yeah.
Yeah, and in a store.
I liked it. I also liked, we saw a little bit of football at the top of the night where they they were just going through a drive-thru, and then the person hands out the food, and then somebody, as a football player, goes right between the drive-thru and the car, grabs the food like it's a football, and just runs away.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
I liked it. Yeah, and he slammed it on the ground like it was I don't know, is that a touchdown? Have you ever watched football?
No.
It's so boring.
I've watched it, but it's one of those things where when I look at it, my eyes glaze over.
I can't pay attention to it.
And
and I try to understand the rules, and they're so confusing. I've asked people, and they've tried to explain it to me, but I will not.
I refuse to learn.
And somebody told me once, you know what somebody told me once? They said,
No.
Football is the anime of sports. And I don't think that's true.
Maybe.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean? And that's just a way to get me to watch football, and I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, nice try.
Nice try.
Nice try.
I'll watch hockey, though, because I just like watching people on skates.
Didn't you play hockey?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good.
So you know the rules, though.
Yeah, but the rules to hockey are easy. They're like the rules to soccer. You just get the puck in the net.
Get the puck in the net. Come on.
I mean, there's like icings and like weird, and like you can't like high stick.
I do enjoy. There's a show about football on Netflix. It's called Coach Snoop, and it's a Snoop Dogg show that Bobby and I watched, where he coaches a middle school football team made of inner city kids. And
is this a fake?
No, this is real. This is something he does part time.
Wow.
He has a team, and he makes them jerseys that say like Snoop on them. And it's a short docu-series. He like helps out their family. He's interested in their futures, and he tells them all like, I don't care if you go pro in football. I just want you to like make something of your life. I believe in you. Use this opportunity. And then you see them go on the road and compete with other teams. And like, whether they win or not, at the end, Snoop Dogg just walks out onto the field and everybody just comes up and gets his autograph. And like the sportsmanship of it all.
He's the great equalizer.
Exactly. Yeah. Like all the kids are just like, oh, very cool. Snoop Dogg is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that I would be more into sports if Snoop Dogg came out at the end of every game just to like increase the amount of good vibes. It's just I just don't understand. Like if there was a plot to sports, like if you added, like think of how cool football would be if it was like, this is because then this is just kind of wrestling, but like in
characters.
Like, yeah, like there's characters and like it's like a soap opera to it.
If it could just please be a soap opera.
Yeah. Then I would actually call it the anime of sports too.
Yeah. Well, the anime of sports therefore is wrestling.
Yeah, no, that's really true. Yeah, I think so.
Is there a football Air Bud?
Yeah, there is. That was the the first one was basketball. The second one was football. Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of those movies, by the way.
There's with all the puppies. Yeah. America loves a golden retriever.
There are so many talking animal movies now that like there will never be one in theaters ever again.
Air Bud doesn't talk. Right?
But in the Air Bud extended universe, like Air Buddies, Soccer Buddies, Space buddies, I think those buddies talk.
Oh, okay, they do. The buddies talk.
And I think canonically they're all offspring of the original Air Bud. So
that's a little weird. They like bred him.
I don't know.
They were like, we're gonna create a race of sports dogs.
I think I'm making like why. I don't think they like actually bred him, but I think in the context of the movie, like in the canonically
dog royalty.
Yeah,
they can only marry each other and play sports. There's like one dog that wants to play the violin, and they're like, no.
I'm almost positive there's a movie that is that. It's fucking Violin Bud. A dog can't play violin.
You know, some movies' titles is so ridiculous that you want to watch them. They're making a Lifetime KFC movie.
Yes, yeah.
And a friend of mine just got to announce yesterday on Deadline that she's going to star in the Hot Cheetos movie. Yeah, called Flamin' Hot.
What is it about? What could it possibly? I mean, congrats to your friend.
Shouts out Annie Gonzalez.
Good job,
Good
Andy.
job.
But what the fuck is the Flaming Hot Cheetos movie going to be about?
It's about the inventor of Flaming Hot Cheetos, the janitor.
That is a
great story.
Okay. See, yeah, you can't call it the Flaming Hot Cheetos.
But they're calling it the Flaming Hot Cheetos.
Well, they should say it's about. They should get me to talk about this movie. I should get hired to promote this movie, I think.
Okay. I'm going to hold that vision for you.
That's so great. Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah.
Did he guess is the guy?
This is my friend is the girl.
Oh, the girl.
I think the love interest.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Annie. Yeah.
I thought you said Andy.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's an Andy heavy episode.
I think we did it.
We did.
Yeah. How are you? Bobby left the room again, so it's no rules.
I'm great. You know, I'm glad we host this show. It's kind of the bright spot of my week right now.
Really?
Yeah, just because, you know, like I do love my job right now, but I really do hate going into work.
Mm-hmm.
I like the pandemic spoiled me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like I was unemployed for so long. I got to start working on my movie and stuff, and like it just fucking, and now that's like all I want to do. I want to go out and see my friends and stuff, but I don't want to go make other people's shows anymore. I'm tired.
You have things to do for Joker and you're just like backed up on work.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I just could have finished my movie by now.
Yeah. Dang.
But beyond that, I'm doing good, and I keep reminding myself that it'll still be there when I'm all done. But yeah, this show's the bright spot of my week because it's like it's like the anchor. It's like the rock in the middle of the ocean that I can grab onto, just on that Wednesday, and
then you
I
have to kick off and swim again.
Yeah, and then I have to swim over to
constantly for
to this back
6
and forth.
days.
I commute from England to New York to Ellis Island.
Vera's about to swim the English Channel. That's you every morning. Johnny Knoxville says that, and then you on a bike you go into a river.
I'm Vera Drew, and this is the English Channel. Your cat is so cute.
He's so cute.
Like this is a podcast. It's a visual medium. The viewers of the podcast can't even see the cat, and I'm talking about it. My cat has been watching a lot of TV. She's getting really into television. Her favorite show is watching her mom play Grand Theft Auto 5. It's a hobby that we are trying to break because she will meow until I turn on the TV. And if I don't turn on the TV, she'll start knocking things over. Ember's left the room, and I will be the new solo host. Oh, Ember's back.
Oh, shit. Return of Ember.
That was quick. I think the show's...
I should not be the director. We have this conversation all the time. Bobby's always like, Ember, just fly free and make your own thing. Just go. You learn to direct. And then I'll come back with footage where it's just like...
Yeah, but no, it's just because you don't understand. You think of things in a 3-dimensional space because you're a theater fag. And that is why when we make your movie... We're going to shoot it...
on a soundstage.
No, well, on a soundstage in theory, but in a 3D space. I want to shoot it in a 3D space.
A 3D
that you can see on a monitor as you're moving inside of it. Because Nate Cornett, who listens to this show, probably not this. I don't think he's a patron.
We love you, Nate.
But 3D. He was telling me, that you can shoot... like, the camera basically will, like, track 3D environments, and you can see the person in that 3D space. So that's the way to do it.
That's so cool.
Yeah. We could even still make models and stuff and like make it like a soundstage, but it's still all in your imagination. But all this technology is so interesting and so cool when you really sit down and look at it.
Explanation. Dun, 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 dun,
Did you know I played Augustus Gloop in a stage?
Yes! This is why we sit here and we keep talking after, because this fucking shit comes out. You played Augustus Gloop? What the fuck?
I wanted to be Mike TV.
Yeah, duh.
I wanted to be Mike TV because he lasts the longest. I didn't want to be Charlie. Because Charlie's a fucking pussy. I wanted to be one of the bad kids, and I wanted to be the one that lasted the longest, so I wanted to be Mike TV, but I was a chubby little porker, so they made me Augustus Gloop. And I could not learn a German accent, so I did not. But I
Can you do it now?
I'm not gonna... No, I don't think I can.
I can't really do German either.
Give me a word. Give me a sentence to say. Like,
my name is Augustus Gloop, and I love chocolate.
My name is Augustus Gloop, and I love chocolate. That's not German though.
It was perfect.
That was kind of the voice I think I did.
That's perfect. That's really good.
It was fun. That was in a community theater production in 4th grade. It wasn't the film.
Oh, it wasn't the film?
It wasn't the Johnny Depp or the Gene Wilder one.
Gene Wilder.
Which of those
my
kids
hero,
would you want to play?
Gene Wilder.
Well, no, of the kids. I know
Gene Wilder.
You're so obviously
Gene
Willy
Wilder.
Wonka, but that's why I'm asking you.
It's Gene Wilder.
And because you're answering like this, I'm going to say Veruca Salt.
It's Veruca Salt. I think we all knew that it was Veruca Salt. I think I'm like you, though, where I would have wanted to play Mike TV if I had to pick one of the kids. Because, like, when I was in Shakespeare camp, let that land. When I was in Shakespeare camp, I always wanted to play, like, the
I
dick,
knew you went to Shakespeare camp, so I've already processed
these guys
that.
Know. Yeah, we did... I entered one where we were going to be putting on Romeo and Juliet for the summer, and like first things first, I marched up to the director and I was like, if you cast me as Juliet, I will drop out. And he was like, I don't know who you are. Like, okay, you're not getting the lead. Like, deal, like, fuck you, deal.
This is exactly the kind of attitude I don't want.
Yeah. And he cast me as Tybalt, who's the villain, who's a dick.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had a great time. I loved it.
But you would also be a good, you're a good
wonderful.
Tybalt. You're not a Juliet.
I had like a cape. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's a Juliet. It's a 14-year-old girl written by a grown-ass man. No one is a Juliet.
I could play Juliet
There's
for that
no
reason.
Juliet.
I listen to a lot of classic rock, not classical.
You think that Juliet is a classic rock
I think she's
lover?
I think she was made by somebody who would like classic rock now.
Yeah. I just think all her monologues are like, I'm a perfect person.
I don't know what I'm saying,
I'm
Ember.
not horny,
I'm
but
so
I am.
sweaty. I just know you like Shakespeare, and when you start talking about Shakespeare, I feel probably how you feel when I start talking about Star Wars.
But you like Star Wars.
No, but you don't like Shakespeare. But you know a lot.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. You don't like any Shakespeare?
No.
I've seen like good productions of Hamlet though. Okay. What about the Romeo and Juliet movie with Leo?
Sexy.
It's a sexy movie.
It's a sexy
That
movie.
movie was so good
It's really
when I was a
sexy,
child. Yeah.
But, there was that, and there was also Titanic, and it's just things where, like, a young, sexy Leo dies. Like, that's going to be emotional if you're 13.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
He dies.
Romeo dies at the end of Romeo and Juliet, and Leo dies at the end of Titanic.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the deleted ending from Titanic?
No.
It's so funny.
What?
Oh my God, we should watch it.
What? Yeah, let me pull it up right now.
It's okay. So this was the original ending that James Cameron shot.
Oh my God.
And when we watch it, it's so obvious why it was cut.
This?
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby, do you want to see this?
Oh, this is a Wayfair commercial.
Well,
I hate YouTube now. It's so good.
oh my God. Oh my God already, though.
Like, you don't want to come back to this.
What?
You just watched two beautiful people die, or one beautiful person die and get reunited.
Where is she, on a different boat? I forget how Titanic goes.
Titanic starts with this old woman talking about being she's the last surviving member of Titanic or something, but the reason she's being interviewed is because she has this necklace that Leo gave her, and we'll soon see how that pays off.
Jesus.
There's just no time. She's just standing on the rail.
Don't come any closer. I'll drop it. You had it the entire time? The hardest part about being so poor was being so rich. But every time I thought about selling it, I thought of Cal. And somehow, I made it without his help. Shit. Look, boys.
What?
I don't know what to say to a woman who tries to jump off the Titanic when it's not sinking and then jumps back on when it is. I'm not dealing with logic here, I know that. Please. Think about this for a second. Oh, I've thought about this for years. And I'd come all the way
I feel like
to put it back where it belongs.
all the actors know this scene's gonna get cut. I feel like you can tell.
Hold it in my hand. Please. Just once.
What is happening?
You know, because the necklace is the point of Titanic. Everybody talks about the necklace.
Only life is priceless. Making each day count.
The scene is so long.
Yeah. You just watched a boat sink for 2.5 hours.
Oh my god, what the hell?
It's also, this just looks so green screened. Like,
It's so awful.
in the movie, like, it's... It's a cool shot, though. It's swirling like that. But you could do that. I could do that right now in a pool.
That really sucks, lady.
James Cameron is kind of a dumb guy, I think.
Yeah.
And, like, I think this is an example of it. His extended cut of Aliens is also an example of...
What is happening?
It's about the joy of life. The true treasures of life.
Wish that guy just punched him.
What are you going to call your wife and tell her?
Meanwhile.
Would you like to dance?
She does have that spectacular old lady mullet, though.
Yeah, it's really good. Terrible.
Yeah.
Truly
Imagine
so bad.
Because, like, the movie is good, is okay.
It only has under 200 down likes.
It's because the people that look this up, I bet, are normally like,
It's still going.
It's still going.
Oh my god.
He didn't know how to end it. How do you end a
Woof.
movie about a fucking boat sinking and all the characters are fictitious?
You just turn it off. You just stop
Yeah.
with some Celine Dion.
Did you ever see Avatar?
No.
Imagine that, but for 3 hours and with a bunch
Yeah.
of blue people.
That's kind of what I thought,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, please have a wonderful week, you know. Think about your loved ones, call them, hang out with them.
Do something nice. Do
Yeah.
something nice for yourself.
Yeah.
If you have a mom that you like, oh well, it's already passed.
Oh, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
So just,
I hope you had a good Mother's Day.
if you're a mother yourself, if you know a mother of someone else, you know.
I wonder if there are any. I wonder how many mothers are listening.
Sound off in the comments
Yeah,
if you're a mom.
we don't read the comments.
I read them.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
I don't, just because I'm scared somebody's gonna say something mean.
They all are nice to you.
They're nice to you too, I imagine. Does anybody ever say anything mean?
No.
I think the meanest it got was that somebody said we looked very gay once. And maybe that's true.
I think that's true.